Pieces of Terra Artistry. Thank you for joining me. So today I'm going to be doing a Dutch bloom. This is one that I did previously. There was no video for it, but I was trying to go for a similar center with my paints today, but I wasn't able to quite achieve that because I couldn't use just a regular gold. We are doing a paint challenge this week with my Pouring from Coast to Coast collab group. And these are the colors that we had to use. So interference gold, deep yellow, lime green, diox purple, and a hot pink. So those are the brands and the colors that I ended up choosing. And in this technique, it's different than the typical Dutch pours that I normally do because you have to use thicker paints to get it to kind of stay put and really to work out. So I incidentally will be teaching this technique at the Fluid Art Experience in Seattle. It's my Friday morning class in case anybody's interested in signing up. It's a super fun technique. We're gonna have spinners. Jessica Winterstrom from Winterstrom Art. We're gonna be using her spinners. So yeah, I'm really excited to do this one and to teach it. So what I'm doing here is basically once I get the paint on the canvas, spread over the whole canvas, I put a little puddle in the middle of my base paint and then I start building my puddle. So the reason why I do that is I want something to be able to float the bloom on, kind of like the Shelly blooms. In that way, I find that I have better success when I'm blowing out the blooms when I have a little bit of extra paint there. So I know that Rinska Dauna, she's does these, and I'm not sure how she does it, if she does do that puddle underneath, but that's how I find that I get the best success with these. So yeah, Rinska Dauna, check out hers, they're beautiful. And my friend Amber is the one that kind of turned me on to these. She took Rinska's course and has been she's been talking nonstop about it. So, and she's actually got some pretty ones on her channel. Amber's Awfully Awesome Art, I believe is the name of it. And so go check out her channel, check out these blooms, and she's, I know, going to be doing some botanical Dutch blooms, so it's a fun technique to try out, something a little different. So yeah, so I layered my paints. It was really tricky to layer these paints because I didn't want to make mud. I was really afraid of making mud. So I probably practiced like 4 or 5 times and scraped. And you can see my table. I was using practice canvases when I was trying to figure out how to layer these to be able to make them work, because this is not an easy color combo to make not become mud. Especially worried about that yellow and pink and purple mixing. So I did layer it just above the green, so that it wasn't too prominent. I don't know. And then that center, I was hoping that I would be able to kind of torch and make kind of that bubbly look that I get when I use the Amsterdam gold in the middle. I tried using the yellow in the middle center. Oh, that was a disaster. So don't make that mistake if you're gonna use these colors. But basically, I tried to layer them according to the color wheel so that I didn't get mud, if that makes sense. So here once I blow all these out, then I spin a little bit and then I start bringing in that white to define the petals. I think when I watched Rinska do it, I think she does it different. I think when she pulls in that white before she spins it. But I was noticing that when I did that, my paints, the petals would kind of come back together a little too much. And so I wanted to make sure that that wouldn't happen too much to where it just becomes, 4 petals, or the petals would kind of pull back together. So I did kind of go through a couple of times because I was noticing that the paint was starting to come back together a little bit. So I did use my finger to pull through a couple times. Now, the problem with doing that is that it starts getting a little bit, when you go over and over and over again like that, starts getting a little muddy. So you'll see after I kind of start fiddling with this a little bit, you'll see that I come back in with like the actual white in a squeeze bottle and kind of make that distinction with that versus using my finger again, because I didn't want it to kind of become too muddy. And I think you'll get a little bit more close up of that here while I'm working on it. So yeah, this is a really fun technique. The colors actually turned out not so bad. I was pretty worried, I'm telling you. Especially when I started experimenting and layering these, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work for this technique. But I was already committed, so I'd already mixed up my paints for this technique, and so I was bound and determined to make it work. So I really appreciate you guys being here. If you like what you're seeing, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified each time I put out a new video. Go back and check out my friends, Garrick Brown Art Studio, Britt Clayton Designs, Chris Jessic Fluid Art and more, and Maida Pores Fluid Art, I believe is the name of her channel. They are awesome artists, and this is a really fun group. It's a fun collab train to be on. Everybody is just really they're good people and really fun to work with. So, and really talented artists. So yeah, go and check them out. Here is the wet results. You can see how pretty those colors ended up being. There wasn't any over mixing and mud created, so I was happy about that. Here's the dried results. They are not varnished yet, but you get to see that gold, that interference gold in the center. It's really pretty. It really defines that center of the flower. Kind of these bolder colors. Yeah, it turned out really pretty, and I hope you guys like it. Please, if you want to come to Fluid Art Experience and learn that technique, head on over to fluidartexperience.com for tickets and info. Thank you guys all so much for being here, and I hope you have a great day.